about what happened. Your thoughts now? Because I know the other night you really couldn't process it at the time.
Well, we lost. Right now to a better team. I think we had enough talent. I think we have enough experienced group to beat these guys. But unfortunately, they played better. They played better. I think they had a little bit more respect as a team that end up with the best record in the East, and they won. It's painful. It's painful, but everybody thought we're gonna go further. We're gonna be able to beat this team. Everybody actually fought, and I truly believe that we were able to beat this team. But unfortunately, John's injury changed a lot.
In terms of how your season ended, you were sick. You had your ups and downs. You weren't necessarily the happiest guy, especially in the second half of the season. You said you would talk come exit interviews. What was it?
I would say in the 8 years of my career, the 8th year was pretty much the toughest one from the personal standpoint. I had some issues during the season, and they definitely didn't help me to focus on basketball. It's that part is on me, definitely on me. I can't blame anybody for that. I'm not going to talk about those issues. That's why we call this personal business. And I definitely didn't play the way I wanted. I believe I started the season very well. Then I had a big drop on the middle of the season, and then I think I finished the season pretty good. Playoffs, I would say it was up and down. But like I said, it was disappointing. The game 6 that I wasn't able to play as a basketball player. That was my game 100 of the season. I played 8 preseason game, 82 regular season game, and in 10 games in the playoffs. And I really wanted to. I really wanted to play. I really wanted to help and be able to go out with these guys in battle. But unfortunately, something really killed me. Some kind of a fluid, I don't know.
What are you guys missing, you think? I mean, you've gone through this now, second season here, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Other than John being there, what is it?
Well, I mean, I'm quite sure we had a lot. I'm quite sure we had a lot, and we still have it. I mean, John's injury changed a lot. Seriously, it changed dramatically. The whole series. If Ramon Sash would stay with us for a little bit longer than 4 or 5 months since the trade, if we had a little bit longer, Will Bynum, they could also be better for us as a team. They could perform better for us also, because they didn't really have time. We have no chemistry with these guys. I had no chemistry, with the point guards, and I think they were great. I mean, Sash is pretty much the best point guard, the best backup point guard in the league right now. I mean, I don't see any other guy on there. He was a starter back in the day, and now he was coming off the bench. So I'm quite sure if we stay a little bit longer together, if we stay together a bit longer, we'll play better. Looking into the next year, I mean, Otto's playing outstanding. Brad's gonna get better. John's gonna get better. If Otto's gonna develop the way he would develop in playoffs, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge for us.
Marcin, when it comes to disappointment, how much did that include not playing those fourth quarters for that stretch of time?
Well, that's coaching decision. That's coaching decision. I don't have any influence on that. And as a basketball player, of course, I'm pissed. I want to compete. I want to show that I'm a good basketball player. I believe I can close out the games, and it's coaching decision. There's many situations where I'm not supposed to be on the floor, and I was on the floor. But there are times I think I should be on the floor, and I wasn't. So it's a coaching decision. That's his decision. I'm not gonna get into details, but I'm gonna talk to him about that. I'm gonna talk about different things, and we had a lot of guys that played well at that time. Hump was playing amazing. He was getting 15, 20 boards a game. And at that point, we needed a guy who's going to rebound the ball. There was also the time when I didn't play the best basketball, so I can understand his decision. And we had a stronger bench this year than we had last year, so that's why those decisions came out.
You said when you came here, when you re-signed, that you wanted to have that offense go through you. Were you satisfied by that this season?
I think Well, first of all, I can talk about, being the vocal guy and being the guy who's going to do more inside if I'm going to play the right way and if I'm going to play with confidence with my rhythm. And like I said, the beginning of the season, I started very well. I truly believe I played well. End of the season, I played well. I kind of came back to being myself. And on the middle of the season, I just didn't play the game the way I wanted. And I think there was the time when everybody expected me to play the best, and I just didn't play. There was the time when we lost 6-7 games in a row. We play, bad basketball, and that's just how it is. People that sign contracts, people that that are leaders on the team, their name's gonna be named. You know what I'm saying? Their name's gonna pop on the news, and I totally understand that. So, coming back to your question, yeah, I would like to do more. But it has to be a few different things has to happen in the team for me to be that main guy.
Moving forward, what's your focus this offseason? What are you going to concentrate on before you get back?
I'm going to concentrate on resting right now. Making sure I'm ready for my national team. I don't know, what's going to happen in the next few years, but that might be my last year when I play for the national team. So I have a huge tournament in front of me. It's going to be a national team, European basket. Eurobasket, we're going to play in France with Poland. Hopefully I'm going to play against Kevin, and I'm going to be able to compete against him. And I want to make a success. I want to have a success with the national team. I've been more or less successful in NBA. I want to have success with the national team, and that's going to be my main focus.
Is there in terms of the chemistry you and Nene have, Malopos, it seems like it was either one or the other a lot of times. Playing well. Is that part of you talk about things to figure out how both of you could be successful, or
well, we just have to find the right balance. I think it's all about the balance. It's not about, there are times where he's rolling really good, and there are times when I'm rolling, and we understand each other, but we just got to find the right balance between, playing pick and rolls, playing inside, outside, shooting threes and coming off screens and, doing different stuff. So we just got to find the right balance. And I think there were times where we really had, great chemistry and balance was perfect, but there were times where we really screwed up. So we gonna, it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a process. I'm quite sure next year we're gonna be an even better team.
Did the burden, you mentioned contract, was the contract you signed last offseason, as great as it is, was that part of the burden you felt to try to live up to?
No, totally not. I truly don't pay attention to the people that talk about me and my contract. I mean, geez, and next year people's gonna sign, average people are gonna sign the same contract what I have, signing still next year. So how about that? So should I opt out now after starting second year? Should I get 150 million or something? You know what I'm saying? So it's my contract is gonna be mini contract next year. So, I mean, we ain't gonna talk about that for sure. I'm gonna be actually laughing, scoring 20 points. I'm saying, hey, listen, I'm not making enough money. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. So, it is what it is. But no, answering your question, no, I totally didn't think about that. Like I said, I had some personal issues, and that really had an influence on my game, and I was kind of screwed up, mentally during the season. But it's my fault. It's I can only blame myself, nobody else, and I'm definitely I can promise the Wizards fans and the whole organization that I'm not going to put myself in that trouble anymore.
We're not getting into details. Are those personal issues behind you now, or are those something
Yes, they're behind me. I'm still trying to close up the whole thing, the whole case and everything, but yeah, they're behind me.
Marcin, you mentioned that you thought the Hawks were better. Second straight year that you lost in the second round 4-2. What do you think this team is missing to advance further in the postseason?
Healthy John. That's all I'm missing. I think if he play all the games, I think we've been still in the season today. That's my opinion. Of course, we still got to do different things a little bit better. I think we have to focus on details. We need to have more consistency in our performances, including me, Nana, and few players coming off the bench. We need that. I mean, to play on the highest level, you need to perform on the highest level. So that's going to be a huge thing for us. But the bottom line is, as an organization, I think we're going in a really good direction. We're going in a really, really, really good direction. I can't really find anything that the organization could do better. I mean, they do everything to, you know, they do everything was possible. They feed us. They doing good stuff, traveling and setting up a lot of different things for us, taking care of our families, taking care of us. I mean, I can't really say anything else what they can do better. It's all about us right now, and players and coaches to just perform.
During the regular season, you guys pretty much always had two big men, traditional big men, out of the court. The postseason, better lineups, you pretty much just had one with either Paul or Drew at the four. What did that lineup do for you? And do you think that going forward next year, that'd be something you'd like to see throughout the year?
Of course. I mean, as much as I love Nene, and I think Nene understands this too. I would love to play with a stretch four. I would love to play with a stretch four with a guy who shoots the ball from the three-point line, because that automatically gives me more room on the basket to operate. It gives me more opportunity to play pick and rolls and roll to the paint where, you know, the paint is open. But also being with Nene, you know, it's a huge upgrade for me too, because he brings a lot of attention offensively. The better defender is actually guarding him, so that I assume I usually have the weaker defender on me, and I'm able to do a little bit more. And obviously Nene is a great passer, so that was one of the adjustments this year I had to change, playing with Nene, and all of a sudden you have, you know, Drewski stepping in with Paul Pierce at the four, and you know, it's a little bit different look for me, but I feel comfortable in both units, and we could definitely explore that area with a stretch four a little bit more next year.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you.